Alright guys, you're not going to believe this. You still have a late 1880s Stihl mining cart. Now a fact that's going to blow your mind. When this mine was in operation, it went down 2.5 miles. It's hard to get a true perspective of it right here. But this just is an enormous mine right here. This is looking back up the main haulage way towards the exit of the portal. Check out these reinforced beams right here. Now, as where the work headings were nothing but wood, the main haulage way was designed to last and withstand a long, long time. So this was supported and anchored really, really well. Alright guys, believe it or not, this right here, when the mine was electrified in the 1920s, there would be a light bulb hanging right there. You would have these junction boxes and these light switches about every 50 to 100 feet, just ascending down. Okay, this right here, this is a cable roller, and this right here would help. It would keep the chain attached from the mining carts. It would keep those from dragging and digging up and messing up the track. Look at this massive support post right here. Now this right here is actually wooden, whereas those that are right there, those are iron. And you can see, being underground, you can see how soft and brittle this has become. I want to sit here a second. You guys just hear how peaceful this water is that's just dripping and flowing in here. I could actually go to sleep inside here. Okay guys, this is one of the work headers. Now the work header is a section of the mine where they would actually do the work. So they would tunnel down this slope and they would branch off to the left and to the right, and they would work these long headers right here. And you can see how thick the ore seam is. Right here, the ore seam is probably a good 8 feet high. Now the headers that we're on today, these are some of the original 1870s headers. Now the objective on the work headers was to get as much ore as possible, as quickly as possible. So what these sections would be supported with are these timbers. So they would literally cut the trees from the top of the mountain and bring them underground. And the thing about mines, they were not intended, especially the work headers, they were not intended to withstand over a great period of time. Extract the ore, let the work header collapse on itself. Check out the section of rail right here. Okay, so you can see right here, you can take the work header that way, and you have this pillar right here that's supporting the ceiling, and then you have a section of rail that breaks off and branches to this work header. Alright guys, so this was a skip mine. You have the main slope that goes straight down, and you have these work headers that were built right above the rail by about 8 to 10 feet. So the workers are working this section right here. They bring the ore in the mining carts and they dump it right onto the carts on the main haulage way, the main slope. Here's a section of cross-tie nails right here. Looks like these were just discarded right from the track. Check out this wire right here. That's pretty cool. So it looks like this section right here, they were concerned about collapses. So it looks like they installed these roof bolts. Now those roof bolts, those are probably 10 feet long, and they act as anchors, and they help support the ceiling. Okay, these timbers right here, it looks like they have collapsed. It looks like you have a little bit of a roof collapse right here. You can see these two right here are still standing, but these two were crushed under the weight. Let's go down this work heading and see what we can find. Alright guys, you're not going to believe this. You still have a late 1880s steel mining cart. This thing right here is solid steel. Alright guys, listen to the sound of this right here. That thing is solid steel. The wheels still turn. That right there weighs over 2,000 pounds right there. That is insane. I wish I could take that out. Okay, you guys see this right here? That right there acted as the brake. They would put the brake on, and that would help the cart from falling. They could actually stop it. This is incredible right here. Alright, it looks like right up here you have a major collapse. Let's see if we can go around, see if it opens up any. Oh jeez. This is sketchy right here. Look at how large these timbers are right here. Okay, this right here, this is the man and utilities way. You have heard me refer to it on previous videos as the man way. Now this is the section of the mine where the workers would enter in to be out of the way of the skip cars. Those skip cars traveling on the main slope that we were on, they traveled between 35 and 40 miles an hour. So they were moving very, very fast. And right here you have a ceramic insulator that would help ground out the electricity. Alright guys, you hear me telling you the dangers of abandoned mines. Now I don't want to tell you not to go in an abandoned mine. I do think that it is very, very dangerous. And you can see, for instance, right here, that shell rock is separated from the ceiling by a good 3 feet. And that's just hanging on right there. There's another angle of it right there, just hanging on. These large pipes right here, that would pump water in and out of the mine, and it would also help power some of the steam-driven tools that they would use. Alright guys, I'm going to sit down just for a minute. I've been in here a couple of hours, so I need to take a slight break. But as I'm doing so, I want to talk to you guys. So you know how I said this mine, the slope descended down 2.5 miles? So these work headers that we are on, they would branch off to the left and to the right every 100 or so feet. And the headers would literally go thousands of feet to the left and to the right. So you have 2.5 miles going down, and then you have thousands of feet with hundreds of these work headers to explore. So there's absolutely no way I'm going to be able to cover everything in this video. But this right here, you know, it's just giving you a look inside. It was really cool to get this one open. Always make sure you look ahead, look above you. Another good thing, you know, you see these bugs and everything flying in here. That's another good sign that lets you know that the air quality is very good. These animals would not be in here. They would be dead. That's a bad sign. Alright guys, we're going to go on this work header right here. This is going to lead back to another section of the manway. Have these lights set up. Now these are loom cubes. I like them. They do not have a hot spot. I wish they were a little bit brighter. But for these work headers, you know, these work headings right here are maybe 30 feet wide. So I mean, it lights this up pretty well. But some of these sections of the mine where the headers reach 50 to 100 feet, you know, that's just not going to put a dent in the darkness. Right here is an old wooden barrel. Now a lot of times, you know, that would just, they would keep their trash, nails, things to that nature in those. Scrap buckets, generally what they call them. Alright, so you see this header keeps going. Now this is a look back at the manway. Alright, you can see right now we are at the 9R header. That basically stands for the 9 right header. On the other side, it would have an L for left. Let's venture down here just a little bit. So you can see how these pipes and these beams right here, they're starting to rust and deteriorate. It's really cool. It gives it a different look. You know, kind of the colors contrast. I really like it. You've got some more of your electric cable right here. You can see going right to the insulator. Alright, check this out. This is looking back towards the main slope. You know, guys, I'm still pretty new at filming, so I want you guys to know, leave me a comment, and you know, let me know how long you want the videos to be. I mean, I know, you know, I've been trying to keep them around like 5 to 10 minutes because I don't want it to bore you guys. But I mean, you know, if you guys like the longer videos, you know, I'll continue to post those. But you know, I just need some feedback on that to try to make it, you know, see what it is that you guys enjoy. But look at all these timber supports right here. That's insane. And another cool thing, when they were making these headers, they would drill these holes, they would pack it with dynamite, and then they would blast it open. And that's how you got these work headers. Let's go down some of these headers on the left. Now if the camera's shaking and all that, I apologize. You're just walking in holes like that, tripping, falling. So it's kind of hard to keep the camera stable. Now what's cool about this mine, it actually had 2 manways. Now the other manway that I showed you guys, that was one of the newer ones. This right here, you can see where it's built up, and you can see the steps going up and down. Let me get a little bit closer, show you guys. As you can see the indentions of these steps. Now this is back when they were using mules, picks and shovels. They would take them in and out of the mine on this manway. Right over here I think I saw, yeah. Does anybody need a wheelbarrow? That's what this is right here. So just imagine how hard this work was. Picks and shovels. You know, using brute force. Mules to help pull the mining carts. It's just crazy. That's some hard work. Alright, so let's go up this manway right here. Now what's really good is, you know, when you're in these mines, you know, thankfully we have the mine maps, so that helps you from getting lost. You can just see these headers, man. I mean, they just disappear into the darkness. That's always such a scary sight. All this stuff that you see right here, that used to be on the ceiling. Alright, we're continuing to go up the manway right here. My camera battery is getting low. So we're just going to walk. We're just going to walk until it dies, I guess. But you can see this was hand carved. Even when I was a kid, I just enjoyed digging holes, going underground, and, you know, just to explore these mines. I've been in well over 200 of them. And, you know, that's one thing, you know, you start to get comfortable. And then when you get comfortable, you make mistakes. So you always want to be as alert and as respectful as possible. And understand that these are death traps and they can kill you. Alright, check this out. Look at this gobbed walls right here. They would literally pick the excess rocks off the track and they would stack them up. And they called it, at least in the south where these mines were, they called this gobbing. You know, when you're walking through this section right here, and you just have the wall stacked up on your side, it just feels like it's going to come down and cave in on you any minute. Now this header, according to the map, goes 1,400 feet. It's just insane to think about. You guys don't know how eerie it can be in an abandoned mine. You know, this job was literally so dangerous. People would die. They didn't even shut the mines down. They just continued to operate. And you know, if they didn't have family, half the time the accidents and the deaths would not be reported. So, you know, you kind of wonder, even as quiet as it is, if you are alone in these mines. You know, I mean, I always wonder if the spirits could just be trapped in here. And then I wonder one day if I'm gonna die in here and be trapped. You know, it's just so dark. It's so quiet. Your mind just starts to play tricks on you. You start to think that you hear things. And it can be pretty intimidating. You can see the steam coming off my body right now. So it stays about 60 to 65 underground in these mines. That's year round, it doesn't matter. Summer, winter, fall, does not matter. Stays between 60 and 65. So as I am walking around through here building up a sweat, my body's heating. You can see the fog coming off of me as my warm body meets the cold air. So this right here is where it gets really intimidating. You're looking, may not look like it on camera. You're looking at about 50 to 60 feet of headroom right here. And I'm sorry for the fog, guys. Like I said, my body's just overheating. So I'm gonna take a minute, cool down, try to get this fog to get out of here. But have you guys checked out the Facebook page? If you guys want, check out the Facebook page. It's at Underground Birmingham. If you enjoy Instagram, it's at Underground Birmingham. Man, look how just beautifully cut that is right there. But yeah, check out all the other social media platforms. We have some pretty cool content on there you guys may or may not have seen. But yeah, do me a favor, check it out. Let me know what you think about it. All right, guys. Unfortunately, my second battery is down to 3%. So I'm going to have to conclude this for the time being. Now, of course, I will be back in here to bring you guys some more. I really do appreciate the support. I'm glad you guys are intrigued with abandoned stuff. You know, I don't focus solely on abandoned mines. You know, you guys are going to see funeral homes, churches, prisons, asylums, you name it, I cover it. So I just once again just want to say thank you for the support. And you know, if you guys have any questions in the comments, you know, as always, hit me up. I'll try to get to them. And if you enjoyed this, you know, leave me a thumbs up, leave me a comment, and yeah, I would appreciate it, guys. And until the next one, I'll see you guys soon.